Hey guys, welcome back to Kirby and Press TV. I know you guys been missing me because I've been missing my bold and beautiful babes. I know it's been a while. And it's only been a while because I had, a lot going on a personal level. But I got a lot going on in my life, a lot of great opportunities going on in my life. So, a lot of the times when that happens, you got to kind of shift yourself a little bit and kind of take some time out for something, you know what I mean? From something, you know what I mean? Some things that you may enjoy. But I just want you guys to know that I'm back, you know what I mean? With another video. I've been missing you guys. Please make sure you click like, sharing, subscribing to my channel. There's always going to be somebody out there that may need to hear one of my videos or hear a message just overall. Like, sometimes you have some people out there that don't really get that support. They don't get that support from family. They don't get that support from friends. And sometimes they will come on YouTube to see if they can get that support from an unknown person. So you just never know. You know what I mean? And on my channel, we just speak facts. You know what I mean? We keep it real. We don't sugarcoat anything, you know what I mean? Because the only way you should know how to be is just real overall. It ain't no half-stepping or being fake about it, okay? But anyways, we're going to talk about third-party situations. Now, I know I did a short little video on my TikTok or whatever the case may be, but TikTok only allow you to do maybe like 3 minutes. So let me tell you something. Right, it's a lot of females out there that is okay with playing, the second woman, which is a third-party situation. A third-party situation is a man that's already in a relationship with somebody or a situation with somebody, and say like you meet that person and a person, they may be upfront or they may not be upfront. But at the end of the day, if you agree to still deal with that man knowing that he has another person, then you done committed yourself into a third party situation. That means you lower your standards. That means that you feel like, you can't find a man on your own. You know what I mean? A lot of ladies out there is suffering from a lot of, low self-esteem as well. You know what I mean? And they're okay with limiting their self, to getting the bare minimum from a man that they know already is in a committed relationship. And then too, y'all got to look at y'all got to look into it as well, because there's a lot of females that's out there in the world, across the world, that have been in some serious broken and damages relationships. You know what I mean? They've been through a lot. You know what I mean? Some of them been in some abusive relationships. Some of them been in some abusive marriages. You know what I mean? And because of that, they never gave themselves time to heal. You know what I mean? So that way they could, learn how it is to self-love yourself and have that high self-esteem and know your worth. You know what I mean? And stay grounded and all of those things like that. A lot of them, just like when they left their situations, they just kept going on and going on and going on to, multiple people, not realizing that they haven't even healed themselves from the relationship that they was in when that person broke their heart, whether it was a marriage or a relationship. So instead of them taking time out for themselves to heal, they're not doing that. They meet in people, they're angry, they're upset, and they feel like to get back at a lot of people in the world that have never done anything to them, the only thing that they could do is mess with people that they know that already have situations because it had happened to them. That's what it is. It had happened to them. So you got some people out there that suffer from some serious abusive traumas right now, and they don't know how to handle it. And some of them may have their parents, and some of them may not have their parents, but they need somebody that they can really talk to, who been in those type of experiences, so that way they can learn from somebody who been there and done that already. And to know their worth, to know that you can't just settle for less like that. You can't just settle for the bare minimum. You can't just allow yourself to Be in a situation with somebody that only going to be able to give you some of his time. He's only going to be able to give you some of his attention. He's only going to be able to provide for you sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's like, do you want to be with somebody that's going to just provide sometimes to you, give you sometimes, attention and all of those things like that, you know what I mean? Or you want a person that you can have for yourself, that you know you can build, those great bonds with, that can love you inside and out, and would cherish the person that you are, you know what I mean? And know that you are worthy of them, and vice versa. But there's a lot of women out here that are broken, and I'm here to tell my ladies out here, stop putting yourself in third-party situations. Now, granted, I know a lot of guys don't tell women that they have another person because they feel like if they tell the woman, then the woman is not going to be in a relationship with them. So they normally will not tell the person, being dishonest, and will still mess with two of the women, not realizing that eventually you're going to end up losing one of those women once that woman find out. So you got to look into it like that. And I'm not putting no blame on my ladies. I'm just saying that my ladies out there need to know their worth, and know that it's always going to be somebody out there for you that will love you, that will give you that love, that will give you that affection, that will take you out on dates, that will broadcast you on, social media, and letting them. And like I said, I can remember I said this in the past. Let me tell you something. Broadcasting your mate on social media doesn't mean that you're supposed to post up your mate every time you make a post. That's not what I'm saying. Broadcasting your mate on social media can just be like, you appreciate the man that you have in your life, or you appreciate the woman that you have in your life. And if you feel like you want to just post up your babes and be like, look at my baby, you know what I mean? Or my boo thing, or whatever the case may be, Let me tell you something. When you do that, you letting the whole world know who got your heart. You letting the whole world know who you love, who you care about. But if you're not getting that reciprocation, then you already know what it is. Okay? It's somebody else that's involved, that they are involved with. You know what I mean? And if they come up with that shit about I'm very private, and, I don't really like broadcasting myself on social media, the reason why they don't want to do it because they are afraid of what other people might say. You got some people out there that they will love you, they will care about you, but they have a serious pride issue. They have a problem with what other people may say. You know what I mean? They have a problem with what other people may think, especially if it's an age difference. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you're dealing with somebody that is in that pride and ego kind of a thing, and they, care about what other people say or think, then they're not going to broadcast you on social media because they are afraid what other people might say. Oh, you got that older woman, or oh, you got that younger girl, or whatever the case may be. It's always got to be about an image with certain people that I notice, men and or women. You know what I mean? It's always got to be how a person make them look. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter how a person make you look, or whatever the case may be, because a lot of the times the person that's making that makes you look some type of way, and that's building up your ego, you know what I mean, is the person that you don't even care about, that you don't even love, that you don't even want to be with. You just being with that person for whatever that person could give you, or vice versa. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of the times, a lot of people out there in the world got to stop doing that too. Stop staying in non-committal relationships with people that ain't gonna marry you. They ain't gonna engage to you. You know what I mean? They're not gonna show the world that you are the one that they want to spend the rest of their life with, that you are the one that they want to build a blended family with, or even just a family with. You know what I mean? That they love you unconditionally on a whole spiritual level. And I just feel like a lot of people just don't have that kind of a cognitive, you know what I mean? Like they don't think about that kind of stuff like that. They don't think about the future. They don't think about longevity and things like that. You know what I mean? Everybody is always thinking about what they can get today, You know what I mean? What they can get temporary. And I just feel like if you come encounter with somebody that's temporary, then you already know that it's not going to work out. You know what I mean? And if, you know, a lot of my ladies that's 35 and older, they will understand exactly where I'm coming from with this message, because at a certain age in your life and a certain point in your life, once you reach that certain point in your life, I mean, certain things that you used to do when you was in your 20s all the way up to your 30s or whatever the case may be, that shit don't amaze you anymore. That's not something that thrills you anymore. You know what I mean? At some point in your life, you just want to just settle down with just one person. You want to just love that you want to love the shit out of that person. You want to just make them happy overall. You want to just cook for them. You want to go vacations with them. You just want to do everything with them. And I think a lot of the times, if an older woman is dating a younger guy or vice versa, I feel like it's always gonna be that fluctuation up and down, because a lot of the time the younger people don't really know what they really want in life. They still growing, they're still learning, you know what I mean? So they need to take time out to figure out what they really want. But that doesn't say that a person is supposed to stand there and wait for that person to get it right, for that person to learn how to become a real man, to learn how to respect women and different things like that. So I just wanted to stop by and just let y'all, know a few things or whatever the case may be about what third party situations is all about. And just so you know, with third party situations, somebody out of that third party situation, one of the persons, their heart always get broken. Just believe that. Because everything may be all good in the beginning, but once that person get tired of you and he wants to just stay with that one lady that he been with for a long time or he got history with, best believe that person is going to break your heart. And then you got to ask yourself, do you want to stay in a situation like that to where it leads up to the point where you end up getting hurt, or when your heart is getting broken? A lot of you guys out there is not using your intuition too, because a lot of the times your intuition be telling you that something is not right, that the person is not really right for you. But sometimes you try to see the good in people and you try to take a chance with that person, and it's not a good thing to do, because in the end you end up hurt. You end up getting your heart broke, because your feelings end up getting evolved. You're emotionally attached to that person. And it takes a while when you detach from that person and have to go on your healing journey, just so that way you can disengage, you know what I mean? Exit yourself away from that person, take that person out of your energy, or vice versa. You know what I mean? It can be a lot. And if you don't have the right support, system as well, or whatever the case may be, then you be screwed. You know what I mean? Because then you're going to think like everybody is like the person that broke your heart, that did this to you or put you in a third party situation. Let me tell you something. If a person tell you that they seeing somebody, but they still want you to, they want to put you in a third party situation. That's basically what it's all about. It's up to you whether or not if you want to put yourself in that kind of predicament, to set yourself up for failure and to set yourself up for getting hurt by any man or vice versa. You know what I mean? I just wanted to stop by and touch base on that. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next videos. Make sure you click like, share, keep the notification buttons on, so that way you know every time I post up new videos. Anything you want to know about Curvy is going to be in the description box. And I will see you guys on the next video. Sending love and light. Bye.